I'm just consuming news about how our economy is about to collapse, stuff like that.
Good stuff.
And just also mindful.
Right as we're all announcing new tours.
That is a horror film in a weird way.
Yeah.
It's bizarre how we're processing it and how there's a certain denial. And
Canada's mad at us. Never thought I'd see that.
Canada. Let me tell you this. I did this as a joke when I was in Vancouver, and by the way, those audiences in Vancouver were amazing.
I'm going there soon. I love Vancouver.
Great town.
Amazing audiences. And so I have this joke where I make a reference to, I think it's son of some serial killer's son of Sam or whatever. Or maybe it was Taxi Driver, where the guy was like, I'm going to shoot the president to impress this girl, right?
Yeah.
And so I have this joke where this dog tells me to shoot the president. And so I do that joke. And so every time I do it, there's some audiences that don't get the fact that it's a serial killer reference, and they think it's me proposing to shoot Trump, and they go bananas, right? In Canada,
oh God,
it would turn into an.
They hand you the gun.
And so what? And then I would kind of riff on it afterwards. I was like, because I've been doing stand-up long enough. I remember when as from my perspective, as an American, when you would do a show in Europe, there would be a little condescending. You guys have done international shows, right? And so, and the English are just kind of condescending in general. But when we would deal with, so when we went through the Gulf War, post 9/11, the Gulf War, it's like there was a moment when we lost the Irish, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe the Irish Americans. And as an Irish American, I was like, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But the Canadians were always like,
what are you gonna do?
It's not you, it's your government doing this foreign policy.
Sorry.
And so, but my joke was like, I would bring that up, that the Canadians were always there, and now the Canadians are like, we hate you.
Yeah.
And they would.
Oh, they're ready to scrap, dude.
Oh yeah.
They're furious.
Oh yeah. They were the upstairs neighbor that was boring. Mexico was the neighbor. You were like, this guy's a little unhinged. But now they're the angry neighbor.
No, it feels like our parents are going to do a divorce, and they were like, "Is it our dad's fault?" Yeah.
I went to a whiskey bar in Vancouver because I'm an alcoholic. I do that in every city now, and
welcome.
Went to this Irish. It had an Irish name, but it's whiskeys from around the world, right? And those bars are amazing. There's amazing ones all across the country too, by the way. And so went in there, sat down, and I don't like Scotch. I'll try Canadian whiskey if I'm in Canada. If I'm in Ireland, I'll drink Irish whiskey, but I like bourbon. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to get a bourbon. No bourbon.
Ooh.
I go, this is a world whiskey bar. And they're like, no, we're not selling any American whiskey. And I go,
tariffs, baby.
So did you get rid of it? And they're like, oh, it's back there. We're just not selling it.
Damn, they're hurting their own.
And some of it was
holding
like,
hostage.
So it was like, okay, I get it. And then we went back to our hotel that was owned by an American company, and I got a bourbon.
Did they go all the way with like no Coke, no?
No,
Sprite?
I think it comes down. I think some of that
You gotta
has
drink
to
Canada
do with,
Dry, dude.
I guess
No,
so.
I think
I bet that's
Canada-
American.
even though Coke, I think that Canada is being tactical, like they're picking red states. So the fact that bourbon and rye comes from red states, like
Bodega Cat comes from a red
Tennessee.
state.
Oh, but sold in blue.
Yeah.
We're all over the map.
We're all over the map, baby.
Ay. But you were born in a red state.
I am.
So watch out,
What
Canada.
about you?
Wow.
I think Indiana voted for Obama once. Louisiana.
We're
We're reminiscing.
Indiana's got a black friend.